Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Dark Souls 3 here at Splat Panda. We are back here in the Untended Graves, where things can get a little bit dicey. We have one of the harder bosses in the game coming up. It's a pretty cool area though, and a lot of cool lore to be found. So let's have fun with this one. You can summon on that boss that can make things a little bit tough, which is good because I think that we might end up doing that to keep things reasonable for us. With that said, I'll give it a few goes on my own. I think the Ashen Estus ring restores a little bit more when you go to take your Ashen Estus drinks, kind of like the regular Estus. So you have the Estus ring, but then this one, Gray Crystalline Ring, crafted from shards, increases FP restored by Ashen Estus Flask. Once a treasure brought before Lothric's queen, she had it enshrined in the cemetery. Jesus, she had it enshrined in the cemetery of Untended Graves, so that one day an unkindled might profit from its use. So that's interesting. That the Queen of Lothric wants success for the undead. Now, if you look, this is where you start the game. Straight ahead is where you find your sword or shield or whatever you pick up. I can't remember what it is. Oh, your Estus. There's our Soul of a Crestfallen Knight, but it's just nightfall, or total darkness, I should say, on an area that you've come to many times in the game up to this point. Notice how hard these two hit. And they are not handovers. Warden Twin Blades, we'll look at those. Actually, we may already have them. From the Woman in the Cathedral. I knew there was a dog there. God bless. I told you, I mean, this area is nothing to fuck with. There's our first chunk. The fact that it starts essentially raining chunks should probably tell you a little bit about what lies ahead. They want you to make sure your weapons are upgraded. And so my plus 10, as great as it was for the Osiris fight. Oh my god. Please fucking let me just drink. Thank you. There it is. I don't believe we get another bonfire between here and the boss fight, so you actually end up sprinting through this when you actually want to do that. Back here is where we fought the Crystal Lizard, right at the beginning. To help you keep your perspective in case you weren't clear. Come on, lady. What are you backing up for? 83. I need to get better pyromancies, don't I? There we go. More large Titanite. All kinds of weapon upgrade items by finding this optional area. Now look, 2 of them this time. Come on. Obviously waking them both up is ill-advised. Good news is, you hit a lot harder than you did the first time you come fight this bad boy. Oh, I thought we had the chance for the crit, that's why I ran in there. He looked like he's staggered. Alright, I got 2 more Titanite scales. I really do need to update to see if there's a sword or anything. Or sword. Jesus. If I have enough Twinkling Titanite. I'm just going full aggression to kill it. I'm trying to fucking say right now is enough Twinkling Titanite to upgrade my shield another time. Or at least switch shields. I should also start looking into boss weapons because I have enough Twinkling... excuse me, Titanite scales. I'll get them straight one day. But I have enough... Titanite scales, almost did it again. To upgrade one of those to be something, you know, it could be something cool. So, if you have any recommendations for me on boss weapons that you recommend, especially obviously for souls that I already have, I'd love to mix it up a little bit. Be able to have all kinds of different weapons. I like the system though, if you get your boss weapons early and then they upgrade like one way. Alright, well, we'll fight this invader. Oh, Jesus. Look, I don't have time to fight all of you. How are you going to do all that at once? Oh, Jesus. I hit too hard for you, lady. Don't fall off the mountain. Damn. Did she give me all those souls? 20,000? That's too many souls. I guess I fought the others. Okay. Nothing here. Notice it is an alternate universe, so like some of the things you find are different here. The layout's not the same. There was an item on that on top of the coffin when you first come. No. Tons of enemies down here. Not one to find right there, though. I believe that's where you learn your drop attack the first time you come through. I might just go in with Sword Mastered up from the beginning. I mean, I'm embered. I'm not going in with 8 Estus, though. Not against this guy. It's been too long since I've fought him. No. Jesus, I'm stupid. Alright, I just want to make sure that there's nothing left. Jesus, I almost just sprinted off the edge. I do want to go down here, though. Whoa! That queued up move almost took us off the edge. I would have had no choice but to go get my souls. What are you doing? Sadly, this is my only move that I know will confidently make me hit straight and not reverberate off a wall and off the mountain subsequently. What the fuck? Why have I not seen you guys before? Drink? Oh my god. I'm gonna die. I thought I was gonna die for sure. Did you see that? My realization? Whoa, easy, bro. Start your swing a little bit later. You almost fell on your ass. Not trying to see you get hurt. I mean, I am, but by me. Get out of here. That's a soul of a lost dragon corpse? What are all you guys doing back here? Did I not come this way already? You guys respawning on me? Oh. Oh, deserted corpse. Thought it said dragon corpse. I was like, well, that's a piece of lore I wasn't ready to talk about. Alright. I don't know if I'm going to be able to cash these souls in anyway, though. I have so many souls, but but it costs so many souls to upgrade now that it's sort of like 34,000. I might have enough in my pocket to pop. Let's go do it. I'll meet you guys back there at the door of the boss. Alright, let's take him in. Come on, Swordmaster. It's nice that he fucks you up so hard when you first meet him, but now we're all on the same team, you know? Come on in, buddy. That's fine. I'll take the hits. He gets a lot of health because he's buffed. Yep. Just so you know, his moves are very unpredictable. He has a grab still. And he can do a reverse kick. So you can't just slide behind him and be safe. And once his eyes go red, he becomes a huge problem. He's just full on aggression. And falling off the mountain obviously would end your fight prematurely. No need to take AoEs like that. Finish him off. When you have a buddy, it makes it a lot more manageable Granted, again, we are hitting very hard. Bye, Swordmaster. Bye. Yeah. Alright. Let's go get this. Can I light this now? Yep. Remember, this is where you found his coiled sword. Or at least pulled it out of his body the first time you're in this area. I'm going to rest, because we have no need to go to the area behind us ever again. Got the Black Knight Gave. Let's look at that. I mean, we have so much shit. I just wish it could be like in alphabetical order. Yeah, we did already have Warden Twin Blades. Glad we could confirm that fact. There it is. Glaive of the Black Knights who wander the lands, used to face Chaos Demons. The unique attack of this glaive greatly reduces enemy poise, reflecting the tremendous size of the enemies that the knights have fearlessly faced. Alright. Proceed a bit further. Now this fucks with your head a little bit the first time you get there. That is for damn sure. I mean, you've already kind of realized you're in the same place, but kind of going to this empty, dark, black fire link. It's interesting. Just making sure there's no items hidden back here. You do have Black Knights to contend with. Well, silver, I should say. At least I think they're silver. Oh my god. Don't throw me off the mountain. Please don't throw me off the mountain. Keep going. There we go. I'll throw you off the mountain, bitch. Thank God he's dead because his buddy isn't. That greatsword grind, though. God, I rolled right back into that. That's because you knew it. Come on, buddy. Buttered toast. The Black Knight Greatsword. That's a cool weapon. That might be worth having. I mean, although I guess no reason to have two greatswords, but it's got a really cool look and moveset. Just to be clear, look and moveset, not looking moveset. Oh, where is it, man? Is that it? No. I don't... Oh, there it is. I don't remember it having such a gold hue to it. Ultra Greatsword wielded by Black Knights who wander the lands, designed to face Chaos Demons. The Black Knights constantly face foes larger than themselves, and the sword's unique attack greatly reduces enemy poise. I mean, look at this thing. It's got a very sort of Zweihander type feel to it. 182 plus 92. That's what we're looking at with that bad boy. With C&D scaling. Now, however, my Exile Greatsword infused with Refined Gem, 262 plus 245, and it has B&B. So, fuck off. Alright. There may be a couple of them left. I'm going to just keep exploring before we run inside. Oh, shit. God, that would have pissed me off. Gotta slow down. Just making sure. I mean, we already checked that ledge, right? I believe there's like some rings and stuff to find up here. That's why I just want to make sure we give it a thorough inspection. But I also need to slow down because I'm not sure we've rid the area completely of all its knights just yet. Yep. Right on cue. Before you can even stand up, hit you with an R2. That's all she wrote for you, buddy. Sorry, I've had time to practice. There's our Hornet Ring. Let us shoot a little bit more efficiently if we want to put our arrows to use. That lets your arrows fly a little further, do more damage at further distances as well. That one belonged to Hawkeye Goff. So now we have 2 of the rings of Gwyn's Kings. Ring associated with the Lord's Blade Hornet Ring. I'm thinking of Hawk Ring. That, of course, is Hawkeye Goff. This is Siren from the Ulisil DLC in Dark Souls 1. Ring associated with the Lord's Blade Siren, one of the 4 Knights of Gwyn, the First Lord, boosts critical attacks. The masked Kieran, not Siren, was the only woman to serve in Gwyn's 4 Knights, and her curved sword granted a swift death to any and all enemies on the throne. Boosts critical attacks. I do a lot of critical attacks, but I don't think I do enough to warrant probably wearing that ring. I do just want to run around to where the Swordmaster was the first time, make sure there's nothing back here. Oh, Jesus, I almost ran off the edge again. What am I doing? Trying to kill myself? I thought the Ring of Steel Protection was around here for some reason. The Chaos Blade. I believe that one hurts you when you hold it. But I also think that's what the Swordmaster uses. Do I hear a Black Knight walking around? Sure as shit do. Let's do it, man. I ain't scared. You ready for that R2? Actually, I'll just fucking wail. No reason to have any stutters between that. I knew I was going to finish. I hit too hard, brother. Alright, now let's look at that. When you hear those footsteps, right, the Chaos Blade, the Chaos Blade, the Chaos Blade, Chaos Blade, Chaos Blade. There it is. A cursed sword of unknown origin bearing uncanny streaks on its blade attacks also damage its wielder. The sword is not unlike a thing misshapen granted life. Weird. But never welcome in this world. In other words, chaos itself. Its skill is hold. Assume a holding stance to rapidly execute a lunging slash with a normal attack or a deflecting parry with a strong attack. You know? Let's go on inside. First, let's grab this. Soul of a Crestfallen Knight. Oh, we still have a little bit more land to discover, don't we? Here's our giant. I think we can actually get the Seed of a Giant, which lets us get more of Solera's outfit. I don't know if I mentioned to you, if you drop the Lightning Urn in the nest, that's how I got his helmet. The Siegbrow gets you his chest plate. And then you get his cuffs from just doing a homeward bone, so that's an easy one. And then lastly, well, not lastly, but to get his legs, I can't remember what it is. Something else reasonably simple to find, though, I think. Oh, we don't have the Seed of a Fallen Giant. Oh, there it is. Seed of a Giant Tree. There it is. I don't know actually what the item itself does. I'm actually curious to see that. Makes enemies react to invaders. Oh, that's pretty cool. The giant trees were also known as Watcher trees, and their seeds unmask invaders. When used effectively, these seeds will help counter dark spirits. So if someone can invade your world, you can pop one of those, and all of a sudden everyone in your world who tried to invade you is getting effed up. I wonder, does the jump work? That was actually it. I'm just wearing too many clothes. I don't think it's going to happen here. Whoop. Anyway. Back into Firelink we go. Plenty to find in here. Let's just explore the place. Actually, maybe I shouldn't say plenty, but some things to find in here. One of which is, well, I don't want to give it away till we get there. I know I go sometimes under the assumption that most of you guys have played this before, and I'm okay with that because the game's been out for, you know, close to a year now, but some of you guys might just be watching for the first time. You don't have the game, don't play it yourself, or you've just forgotten and you kind of enjoy rediscovering it, whatever that reason may be, or I'm in an area that you haven't found yourself even though you have played the game, who knows. So I'm trying not to be too spoilerific here. I know where the item I want is, by the way. I'm just running around making sure there's no other items that I don't remember. I'm back in here. I don't know where the Ring of Steel Protection is in this game, but it's something I'm interested in because I can't wear as much armor as I probably would otherwise choose. Where the hell does this go? Oh, just down there. God. Did I just find a new space? That always happens to me in Firelink because I don't have an enormous frame of reference for it. So here's the item. Well, not the item. That allows us to essentially not ever need Homeward Bones again. That's the soiled underwear. The coiled sword segment. And what that is essentially a permanent Homeward Bone. Fragment of the coiled sword of a bonfire which served its purpose long ago. Returns caster to the last bonfire used for resting, or the bonfire and Firelink Shrine can be used repeatedly. Or to the Firelink Shrine. It can be used repeatedly. Bonfires are linked to one another irreversibly, retaining their affinity long after their purpose is exhausted. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the tool belt. Don't need Homer Bones anymore, which is great. It's sort of like the Feather in Dark Souls 2. It's just the permanent ability to essentially go back, which means the Homeward spell is now useless. Now, as you can imagine, things will get a little bit sad right there. I believe we get the hammer, the blacksmith hammer. You can see Andre's stuff still set up. The implication here, I believe, is that we are in the future. I've heard people argue for the past, and apparently there's some piece of dialogue if you wait to talk to the talk to her here until... if you wait to talk to the handmaid back in your Firelink until after you've spoken to her here, you get a different dialogue. I have not seen that myself, and I'm curious. But that would imply it's the past. Look at that. He did it himself. I promise I didn't even hit the combo buttons. I have no idea why that just happened. Let's look at the blacksmith's hammer, though, while we sit here. But Zippy knows what's up. He pays his respects. The minute we find the blacksmith's hammer, he sits down and he's ready to toast Andre because he's just a fucking gentleman. Metal hammer, passed down amongst the blacksmiths of the shrine. Serves as a strike weapon, but also excels at reducing poise and breaking guard of a shield. Prithee be careful. Of course, a hammer's true potential is realized in the hands of a blacksmith. Perseverance. Assume an unfaltering stance of prayer to temporarily boost poise. Damage reduced while activated. It doesn't do a terrible amount of damage. I don't know if I've ever equipped it. I'll do it right now. Oh, I can't do that because I gotta finish my toast. To Andre. Ding! Look at all those weapons. I would love to just take one of those battle axes. Okay. By the way, we took our Dragon Crest shield to +5. You'll notice its stability is 56. That's not the best. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, we could probably still use this Lothric shield, and by the time we upgraded it, it would actually have more stability. But it is heavier. So, not by a lot, though. The Lothric shield, the Dragon Crest shield is not the best shield in the game by any means. It's just what we've happened to carry the furthest. In fact, the Shield of Want, 5.5 to our 5... but already with a higher stability. Might actually be worth carrying that for a little bit. I'm alright with that, honestly. I like it. I mean, stability is king, you know? And we have so much large Titanite that we might as well upgrade that. We'll probably get its stability up above 60. So we're going to finish running around. The Coiled Sword Fragment is not why we're here. Come back here, you know that this isn't real because you've been here before. Well, it's not a great animation, was it? You find the eyes of a firekeeper. You'll remember that our blind lady was here before, but also we've heard from our, I'm talking about whatever her name is, of Kareem. But our firekeeper talked about a firekeeper from long ago found in the tower. So maybe this is the past. See what I mean? I don't fucking know, man. But why is everything worse than it is now? I don't even understand. Granted, everything's cyclical here in Dark Souls, so maybe that's just sort of to further support that idea. However, the point here being that our firekeeper has mentioned the soul of a firekeeper in the past, and maybe we've just found her. I don't know. But let's go ahead and look at those eyes, which look like blueberries, but they're not as tasty. A pair of dark eyes, said to be the eyes of the first firekeeper and the light that was lost by all firekeepers to come. It reveals to the sightless firekeepers things that they should never see. Do we ever look at the Cinders of a Lord? This is from Yorm. Do we look at either of these? If the lords will not return to their thrones themselves, let them return as cinders. I think we did read that one. But if the lords will not lonely Yorm became a lord of cinder to put the profane flame to rest, knowing full well that those who spoke of him as a lord were quite insincere. All right, let's also talk to our lady. I believe she sells us Artorias'
Well, the
ship.
lost lamb wandereth in, with nary a peep from the bell. Well, thou shouldst my purpose know. What can this old handmaid provide thee?
Oh my god, the Artorias shit's too cool looking to pass up on. At some point, though, I get a Night Ring, I think, which boosts my attack. I don't really have any need for it at this point, but I don't even need Homeward Bones ever again. I'm going to buy the Artorias set. Might as well just buy the fucking ring. And I honestly might as well buy her embers, because I don't want to have to come back here. Okay. We're not going to need a level, but now we have the Artorias set, which is
Best
fucking
not
cool
tarry
looking.
long.
Let's talk to her some more,
Well,
actually.
what? To skirt the curser's grass, tarry not for long. 'Tis dark for now, and not a soul stirs. But remember, fires are known to fade in quiet. Or perhaps thou'rt captive already, like the poor girl.
All right.
Best.
I don't know if that actually exhausts her dialogue. Let's make sure.
Well, what? To skirt, 'tis dark for now, and not
Bye.
a soul
Bye.
stirs. But
Guys, that's where we're going to wrap things up here in Dark Firelink Shrine. I hope you enjoyed the Untended Graves, the Champion Gundyr fight. And now we've got some new items. We're going to continue in Lothric Castle officially in the next episode, kind of really entering the end game. We've kind of exhausted all past it. One other thing we could do is go to the optional area that we got by getting the gesture in the last episode that took us into this area, that Path of the Dragon gesture. But we're not going to use that for a long time. I'm sure some of you know why. Most of you, in fact. Hardest boss waits for us that direction. So we're going to go forward with the regular game, save that area probably for the end. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please go ahead and hit the like button. It helps out a lot. Go ahead and leave comments below. I love hearing from you. Let me know what you think about this area. Let me know about the lore. Do you think this is before or after? Have you got the dialogue from the Handmaiden? If you do, if you have a video for it, link to it. I'd love to see that. And lastly, guys, if you want to see more, we have new episodes for you every single day. So hit subscribe if you want to see those. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again next time.